Hey guys, what's up? I'm Mark.
And I am your host, Henry.
And today we're doing something a little different. Henry, you want to tell them about the project we're doing?
So, Chip was bugging me one day about, hey, let's do something. It was kind of annoying. So I suggested, hey, we have multiple copies of one of the best games ever released, the Spongebob SquarePants movie game for GameCube. And we both have our GameCubes hooked up in our rooms, like, already ready to record. So what if we, let's say race the first person to 5 tokens, get any of the tokens wins, and then we'll just keep on doing that each episode until the game's over.
And thus our little race thing has been born. It's really as simple as that, guys. We're both going to be playing the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game for GameCube. In case you're wondering, I have it for every console it came out on. Henry has 2 copies of the GameCube version.
I have 2 copies of the GameCube version.
And
I used to have 3 of the GameCube, but I gave one to Chip.
Well, I bought it from you.
Yeah, and also, I can't forget that I do have the Game Boy Advanced version.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that. But yeah, so that's our challenge, and this is what we're going to be doing in lieu of our normal Brothers play, while real life is a little hectic at the moment. And in case you're wondering, all this commentary is recorded in post. We did the competition, and then, we're talking over it later, basically, because if we were to talk over it while we were trying to record, it would mostly just consist of me yelling fuck at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, it was so funny. So, for those of you who don't know, Chip gets stupidly competitive, and Bunny, our dog, hates it when people are yelling. So, add those 2 things together, and Chip having some, glitches and otherwise just, having some issues with some of the levels means Bunny runs into my bedroom.
Oh, and you can see there, I just completely forgot we were doing a competition and started to let the cutscene go. But Here's the thing, I don't even really get all that competitive. The problem is I get fucked up by stupid shit that shouldn't happen, and it pisses me off.
So if you also look too,
I'm just like, god damn it! There's a couple of times where I just get stuck by the stupidest of glitches, and I'm just like, what happened? Why did I die here? Or why did this happen? Oh, and you can also see there's multiple times where I forget we're, quote-unquote speed running it, and so I just start playing casually.
Yeah.
Trying to collect everything.
If you notice, I'm, at least this time around, actually going relatively slow, or relatively fast to try to, come ahead. I thought, oh, surely by now Chip's already, miles ahead of me, because he actually wasn't saving at first. He had to save after the fact.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked start without saving. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do with the offset, but apparently it is.
And because he did that, I thought, oh, he's certainly going to have way faster load times and stuff, so he's going to be pulling ahead way fast.
Yeah, but it's not even that big of an advantage, really, because saving on the GameCube is pretty fast. If we were playing the PS2 version, that would be a huge advantage. But because it's the GameCube version, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And that's kind of another reason why we picked the GameCube version anyway.
Load times.
Yeah, the load times in the GameCube version are way better. Oh, and you like my little ding sound effect every time somebody collects a token?
So, as you can see, I got the first token, and Chip still has quite a bit of this level.
Oh, and watch this. A stupid-ass glitch is about to happen here. I just end up, being flung off into a random direction.
It's an intentional feature.
No, it's not. It's not an intentional feature for me to get locked into position and just flung into nowhere.
Yeah, that's how because of later levels in the game, that's actually how it's supposed to work. Because you're able to move vertically along those walls as well. Horizontally along those walls as well. It's just a matter of that you didn't intend for it to happen, basically.
God, it was so stupid. It made me so angry when that happened. I was like, what the hell, really? And, look, Henry's already in the second level doing stuff.
See, I thought maybe I missed something at first, though, because I could have sworn you started the level with cutscene, but I think I skipped it on accident or something. Or on purpose, but, I didn't realize just how far into the cutscene went. And then it's actually right here. I thought that was back at that other platform. So if you look, I was just like wasting a few seconds like running around in circles trying to find it.
But by no means are we like professional speedrunners or anything. This is just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
That's why the channel exists, is just to have some fun. It's for me to sharpen my editing skills and just for us to have fun playing games and exposing the games that we love to other people.
See,
that's all it is, really.
Yeah.
So if you start like yelling at us at your computer monitor, like, you little fucker, you missed this arbitrary thing, like, I don't care, dude. We're just having fun.
I mean, here's the thing. In this game in particular, I have actually tried my hand at just like an impromptu speed run of a later level, because I saw, well, in order to get the Macho Time challenge for one of the races later on down the line, it's actually pretty strict, and you have to use a few speedrunning techniques in order to just get the basic thing to go through. And so I learned them, and I decided I was just gonna like mess around, not record it or anything. But in our back room, to this day, on one of the later levels in the game, I actually do have it with, like, I think I'm tying, or I was tying world record at the time. I'm sure it's gone up by now.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But I was also playing that same level earlier on today and getting my ass kicked in. So, obviously, it doesn't translate over multiple years of not playing a game.
Yeah, but, you know, it was weird, too. If you notice, some of my movements are a little sloppy, and that's just because I'm not used to playing this game on the GameCube, so I keep having to, like, look down and figure out what button translates to what, because I'm used to the Xbox version of this. We grew up with the PS2 version, but the Xbox version is the one that I played the most. So, me trying to remember, okay, this is where this button would approximately be on the GameCube controller. Not to mention, my thumb slips and slides all over the GameCube analog stick. That weird, like, bullseye rib thing that they did, my finger just slides all over that.
See, I actually really like the bullseye rib.
I like it when it's new, but I think over time, as you use it, it just becomes smooth, basically like a regular PS2 analog stick would be. Not that the PS2 analog stick is bad or anything, it's just my finger kind of slips out of it when my hands get sweaty. And
especially if Chip is using that wireless thing, it just isn't.
Well, no, it's any
GameCube controller
at
at all in the first place.
Any GameCube controller, my finger will slip off the stick. It's just, like, you know, if it's a new one that doesn't happen, I could use my new one and that probably wouldn't happen. But I like my Wavebird. I like the weight and I like the girth to my Wavebird, so I use it. And I like the fact that it doesn't have analog. It doesn't have vibration. I don't like...
Huh, but the vibration is awesome.
I don't like the vibration in most games I play on the GameCube. Like, it was especially a problem in Smash Brothers for me. Like, my hands would be vibrating just way too much in that game. And, yeah. Also, in case you were wondering, yes, this episode was editing hell to make it as good as it looks. And there's some things that still don't look right. Like, if you look on Henry's screen, the top and bottom of his is cropped a little bit. I don't know why. That's just something my editing software decided. Oh, it was like, oh, hey, look, this video, it's widescreen, so let's cut off the top and bottom. No, it's not. It's a 4:3 feed. It just decided that it was widescreen and it should be cut off at the top and bottom. I don't understand. Because you can see my footage isn't like that, it's just Henry's. And then in the next episode, which I've already edited minus the commentary, Henry's footage is fine. So, I don't know. It's just the editing software being weird.
So if you notice, I've pulled ahead quite a significant bit right here. I already have 3 tokens, and Chip still hasn't even gotten his second one. Hell, he's not even close to getting a second one.
No, I'm pretty close. I'm on the last wave.
Yeah, he has 50 enemies to kill, which can take like 2 minutes, especially since we don't have any of the later upgrades, like the Sponge Bowl.
Oh my god,
Sponge Bowl is the
so
best.
OP. Please nerf.
No, you need to get the Sponge Bowl explosive one and just destroy everything from there on out. You basically win the game once you get it.
The worst power-up in this game, though, has got to be the guitar.
No, you know what's even worse than the guitar? Because
I refuse to believe anything is worse than that.
the thing about the guitar is, thanks to a glitch that carries over from Battle for Bikini Bottom, the guitar, it becomes the single best item in the game.
How could that
Because
be? You can only use it on, like, specific platforms, though.
No, you can use the guitar anywhere. It's that the platforms give you or give you longer time.
Oh.
But you can use it anywhere, and it gives you a 6-second, and it kills any enemy on the screen, regardless of what they are. Except for bosses, it will one-hit KO any enemy in the game. Which is pretty cool on its own. But there's a glitch that basically adds it basically allows you to have double walking speed.
Oh, have we gotten to the part where you keep getting hit by the wrecking ball yet?
Nope.
Okay, because, yeah, we tried recording audio for this yesterday, too, but we did it near my main desktop, and the problem with that is my desktop's fan is loud. So the whole time we were speaking, you just heard a in the background the whole time, and we had to just completely throw out the audio.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And then watch this.
I go for it again.
I thought I was gonna dodge it, and I was like,
You got hit twice in a row. Oh my god. Like, I was dying yesterday when I saw that. Oh my god.
I don't even know why he liked it so much. It wasn't even that, like...
Because you got hit twice in a row. It would have been even better if you got hit a third time and just died. But then
I got hit
you
right
got,
here.
like, nudged by it, and then SpongeBob and Patrick just look back at you while your car dies. And then that lead Henry has is suddenly not so huge as I close the gap.
Hell, it's actually now a reverse lead, because the races are super long. For those of you who don't know, the races in this game take way longer than any of the platforming stuff. The platforming stuff...
And that kind of sucks because the races are like 3/4 of the game. There's way more race stuff than there is platforming
They're
stuff.
technically a third of the game. There's a third platforming, a third racing, and a third slide.
I count the slides as racing. Because they're basically the same thing, except you can't control the gas on them.
Yeah, see, and also, at this point...
And you can't reverse, which makes them a huge pain in the ass during the ring challenges.
See, the ring challenges are annoying, but the other thing that's annoying, too, is, Macho Time challenges for some of the slides are literally the most insane things that you can ever do. It's not actually a race that I got world record tie, it's a slide that I got world record tie in. Because of the fact that they're so precise. Like, you literally have no other option than getting good enough to, like...
Oh, and you can see right here, I start doing a thing, because I thought that, you had to do it this way to get a token, but no, it's just for a stupid treasure chest.
Yeah, Chip kind of faffed about with treasure chest.
Yeah, but, I mean, at least I got that treasure chest now.
So, if you look, though...
Not that the treasure chests are necessary to beat the game or anything, but...
Yeah, if you look, though, Chip and me are still technically tied. I don't...
Yeah, we're pretty close right now. I'm about to get to the end of this level, though.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm only like halfway through this race, and let's just put it this way, the races take 5 ever.
They do. They take so long.
And especially if you keep on dying on them, like you'll see in later episodes, Chip gets fucked in the butt so many times by these races.
Oh, and then I'm like, oh yeah, better kill that thing. And then there I go. There's my 4th token, which means I pull ahead of Henry.
Yeah, of course I should be getting my 4th token in a few seconds here.
Oh, yeah,
not a few
'cause
seconds, but like in about 30 seconds or so, I'll be getting my 4th token.
Yep, and then I'll be starting the driving stage. And Sandwich Driving 101 is not only the easiest driving stage...
It's by far the shortest.
Yeah, and it's the one I know the best.
Yeah, actually no, there's one that's even shorter than this. When you're coming back to Bikini Bottom, and you do this entire level in reverse.
Oh.
But there's like a few of the shortcuts have been opened up that weren't available earlier. And it's literally this entire...
Oh yeah, and you can see I'm talking to Mindy instead of skipping it, because I forgot you could do that.
Did you see that on mine where I was doing that and that's why you remembered?
No, I was doing it on mine.
Because like I wasn't sure how long into the game it would take you before you realized that you could skip them. Just like, oh, did you like catch it when you were editing? You're like, oh wait, you can do that. pressing B skips the cutscene.
Well, no, I saw press B to skip. I just always forgot that I could do it, like, when I was actually playing. It's one of those things, like, you know in your head it's a thing, but you just forget it when the time comes.
So, also, this game is kind of set up in such a way that you really can't do everything. If you looked back there, though, I actually got stuck from something else, where one of the game mechanics is that you actually can't advance on because they don't give you the items unless you have an X amount of tokens. And it happens that the first token that you get, or the first upgrade that you get, is Spongebob, or is Patrick's start, but then the first Spongebob one requires 5 tokens. So, there was 2 instances in this episode, and I think only this episode, where you're going to see it happen twice where you can't get an upgrade right away.
Yep, and then, Henry upgraded his spin attack, which I didn't do. I saved the spin attack upgrade for later.
See,
it probably would have been a smarter idea for me to upgrade it, but I just didn't do it. Because I was like, I don't need it yet. I like saving my upgrade points for after I get SpongeBob's first upgrade, and then I upgrade stuff.
See, I'm actually really close. Or we're actually really close to being tied about here. If Chip would just get slowed down...
and then, see, I knocked that, which knocked the other wrecking ball out of the way. It's some clutch game mechanic right there. It's me totally taking advantage of the physics engine.
Totally not accidental. So, if you look, though, we're actually really close to each other. But the problem is...
Henry's way farther behind in the fight than I am in the race.
No,
like,
it actually doesn't.
Speaking.
It actually doesn't matter. The issue is that in the fight...
Oh, and see, I didn't get hit by that wrecking ball.
Unlike in other games... So, like, let's say, So, in Star Wars Battlefront 2, at least on the console versions, it always spawns exactly 16 units, or however many you set it to, like, spawn in. There will never be an instance in the game where there is less than that amount. But, in this fighting game, it spawns in the first wave, and then you have to take it out, and then it sends in one at a time at a slow pace, which just drags out the fights, which is why the ability to kill more at once is so important, because it will spawn them, I think, 5 seconds after the last one dies.
And you can see I just pulled ahead and won. Check that out. I won the first episode.
Yep. I'm still going slightly.
Not too bad. Henry's still going. You'll get to see me save, though, because I haven't saved at all, and it would be disastrous if I quit without saving. Oh,
yeah,
no.
So... Shill City?
Shill City?
Shelf City dead ahead.
Yep.
That's
Which is where I'm at now, and that's where I'm saving. And next episode, like, I mean, you kind of saw it this episode where we deviated which direction we went in, but really in the later episodes is where you really start to see that.
Yeah, because I think around episode 4 I checked out Chip's, and his was way different than mine. I was doing a lot of things that I thought would take way longer, and he was getting fucked over in a single ring challenge, so it took him like 30 minutes to beat that ring challenge.
Basically, I was doing things that I knew were going to be hard for me later. Trying to get him out of the way early. And then,
there
as
we
you can
go.
see, that's the end of the episode.
Bye-bye,
Hope you guys
guys.
enjoy.